Hi guys, Russ here from Wilson Land and Cattle Company. Today I'm going to walk you through and show you our heavy use area or confinement system we use for our livestock, or our cows, actually our cows and our mules. Before we get started, please subscribe, like, comment, most importantly share with a friend, and hit that notification bell. Another thing I've had a lot of folks ask me about a Patreon account wanting to donate to the channel. I have a link in the description below for that, so check it out if you'd like to donate to the channel. I also redid our Amazon store. If you would, please check it out as well. Let me know what you think. It's a lot easier to navigate, and you can find things that we're using here on the farm a lot easier. Let's get started. In a previous video of the blood draw, I had a lot of questions asking about our facilities and handling our cattle. So I thought I'd do a little video here and show you what we have and what we're doing. This is part of an NRCS equip contract. I don't know if I would redo another contract with the NRCS equipped or not. This facility here is way over engineered, and I probably could have built it for less than what equip engineered it at. So, you know, keep that in mind. And honestly, I don't know if I'd rebuild it all doing what we're doing now, keeping the livestock out more than 300 days a year. That makes a big difference. You know, it's really hard to justify this building. Now, whenever we built it, we were getting 120 to 160 grazing days. We were making tons and tons of hay. It made sense to have it, but now that we're doing what we're doing now, it really doesn't make sense. But I'll be glad to show it to you, and you know, if anybody wants to build one, you know, this here's really worked out well for us. I made the gates for on the ends here. Now I have a makeshift chute type deal in here to weigh calves and stuff. We'll take a look at the calves. The calves are doing really well. Boy, you're a good looking bull, aren't you? Boy, you are. You're a dandy. He's nice. The calves are doing well in here. And what we do when we wean the calves, we put them on first cut and hay, rough first cut and hay, and a second cut and hay. The first cutting's down there, and then this here's our second cut that we give to the calves. It's not super high quality. It's not super high quality stuff, but it does have some alfalfa and stuff in it to keep maintaining or slightly gaining. That's what we want this time of year. There's all the calves. The calves look beautiful. Now we have, I believe there's 137 headlocks in here, and it's the second set of headlocks that we got. The first ones that we got were like these ones here, and those big cows, they could push this piece of metal out and cause it to, and this here's actually pushed out now. The cows would actually bend these out and make it to where they wouldn't lock. And so I called the company up we bought them off. We bought them off of Zimmerman headlocks. And I told them it was we had them in here for 2 years before we really started having a lot of problems. And I told them what was going on. They said, send me some pictures and we'll see what we can do. So I sent them some pictures. They sent me all new headlock sections. They're 8-foot sections, and we can lock 5 in each section. And I believe that we can lock 137 head in here. I can't remember right offhand, but we lock them in sections and pull this out, push that down, and that locks a section of headlocks. And we have it split into 3 different sections the whole way down through here. But see, we lock that up, and then those heads, the cow comes in, she reaches her head in, pushes that down, and locks herself in. It worked pretty well. It works better than a chute system. We used to have a nice chute system, but prefer to use the headlocks. It makes things a lot faster, especially when we were breeding artificial. We used to artificially breed our cows until we got 70 head, and I would do 5 cows at a time. I'd lock the cows in. We did timed AI a lot of the time, and I'd lock the cows in, and we'd come down through and we'd just do 5 cows at a time, and so on and so forth. And then you've seen drawing blood. It made drawing blood super easy. I mean, anything, you know, locking them in, like whenever we're going to steer the bulls here pretty soon, the ones that won't make breeding stock, and we're going to do a video on that, of castration. And it just makes things a lot faster, a lot easier, more efficient. If you look up in the top here, I have lights. I put these lights in. There's six 400-watt lights in the main section, and then I have one down in the stacking area. It's 40 feet wide and 206 feet long total, and then there's 70 feet of that is stacking area for the manure. Go down and take a look at that, and then I have 3 Ritchie waters. That way we can split the barn down into pens. You know, it just depends. You know, split the calves from the cows and the cows from the bulls, and so on and so forth. We walk down here. Now I have this shut in on the end because we're haying our mules down here at the lower end where they can get in and out. And this here's the stacking area. It's got a 4-foot wall. It's a dry stacking area for dry manure. And dry manure, anything considered dry manure, you can stack at 4 feet or higher. And we can just open these gates up and shove it all down through. And you can see we have grooving in the cement to keep the livestock from slipping. And that's our stacking area. We can also access the heavy use area from right here. That way when we're hauling manure out, we can just go right out through there. And we also have a short gate here on this side to lock it in. And then we also have, you can't really see it too much, there's a 5-foot cement pad on the outside that we can put our hay on to feed. And then a couple other things that we've done to make you can see the lights on the outside. We got 6 lights. We got 3 on this side, 3 on that side. I mean, we can light this up at night just like it's daylight out. And you know, if we're splitting or working cows, or you know, in wintertime, a lot of times you're doing things in the dark. You can light this up like daylight out, and I mean, it works really well for that. Now you can see the 6-inch PVC pipe. That is our downspout water catch, and what it does is our downspouts come down into the 6-inch PVC pipe across and down, and what the reason for that is it prevents having downspouts coming down and the livestock catching them, or you know, even using a piece of equipment, catching them, breaking them out, whatever. And then we have outlets on each side just in case we need electricity. And then our downspouts go out. Our water goes out in a 6-inch pipe, shoots across over there into the woods, and it drains out that way. And another thing with these high pipes that we have, and I don't know if I can show you too much. Yeah, I might be able to show you a little bit. You see there's a switch right here, And what that has is it has those, I don't know what it's called, but it's that frost-proof stuff that we put on our roofs to keep that, goes into the pipe and shoots the full length of the pipe and down into the ground. And whenever it gets in around the 30-32 degree range, you know, the ice likes to build up in that 6-inch pipe. So we just turn that on and it automatically does its thing. It works very, very well. It's an open sided structure. It's not the greatest sometimes. There's been times that I've wanted to put sides on it, just because, and especially on the wind side. The reason for that is the snow likes to blow into there, and it causes a lot of issues, a lot of wet bedding and whatnot. So. And then we have a small man gate here coming in. We don't use, it's always covered up by another gate, because we have this set up here to load cattle out of. The livestock truck comes up there, pulls in, and backs down around and backs up to here. And then I'll have them penned here for the gentleman that does our trucking, and then we'll just run them right straight on the trailer. It works out very well that way. And another thing that I found that's helped us with this setup too, our bedding doesn't get nearly as dirty if we set a set of gates behind where the livestock are feeding. I don't know what it is, but it really helps prevent the bedding from getting dirty over on that side. And what we're using for bedding is wood chips. We have a couple companies that go through every 3-4 years, and they trim the power lines, and whenever they get chips, they know that we use those chips. So they come and they bring me chips, and that's that big pile of stuff right there. That's all wood chips. And what I don't use for bedding, I'll use for compost. I'll actually compost it and utilize it that way. So that's the tour of the heavy use area or our barn. If you're out grazing 300 plus days a year, it's not something that you probably really need. And you know, it's a big money pit. So you can see our calves here. Calves are doing really well. Hey buddy. That's the little guy, one of our little nice calm bulls that we have. There's Knucklehead right there. This is Knucklehead. He's really a sharp looking little bull. Huh. That's Knucklehead. All the calves are looking good. There's Blondie. I have some subscribers, they call her Blondie. I don't know where the red came from. Okay guys, that's about it for this video. I thought that I'd show you the heavy use area, or our confinement system we have for our cows. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend, hit that notification bell. And down in the comments, I've had a lot of folks ask me for a Patreon account. I have a link in the description below if you'd like to donate to the channel, help us out a little bit. I also redid our Amazon store so you could find things a lot easier. It's a lot of the products that we use here on the farm. And check it out if you would. I think it's set up pretty nice. Let me know what you think. And we'll talk to you later. Have a great day.